Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So the question's been asked a couple of times now regarding the Multistrada V4 satellite navigational system. So the first thing you have to do is download two apps. One of them is the Ducati Connect app and the other one is the Sygic app. So once you've downloaded the apps, you then have to pair your phone to the bike via the Bluetooth, and then technically the Ducati app and the Sygic app should work together, and then this is what produces the navigational information on the TFT screen. So people have asked me whether it works or not. There's only one way to find out. Let's go get the bike out. Right guys, so yeah, here's the test. So I've already connected my my phone and my Senna headset to the bike. Pretty straightforward. Did take a few seconds for it just to find it and connect, but now it's connected. You can see on the dash there that it's lit up in blue. You've got your phone signal, your phone battery, and it's detected the phone and it's detected the headset. When I just jumped on the bike a minute ago, it did probably take about 60 seconds for that information to flag up and for that to just sort of acknowledge that we're paired up. So I've already downloaded the Ducati Connect app and the Sygic app for the navigation. So what I'm going to do is just pull into the lay-by here and set a waypoint, and we'll see what happens. The Wi-Fi wants to join to the bike, so even though the bike's paired to the phone, we still need to get the internet to join to the bike so it works the app. Right, so once you've connected the Ducati Connect app to the bike, it will then light up on the dash there. So we can then go into that, and that'll then bring up your music, your contacts, your phone, and your navigation. So if we click onto that then brings it up onto the screen, and then in order to go into search, you've got to then navigate the little joystick. So at the minute it's in 2D. If I press it, it goes into sort of 3D, and then if we navigate it across to the search, so we can. The only gripe I have with this up to now is the fact that this isn't a touchscreen. If this was a touchscreen, it'd be brilliant, because like all sat navs, when you're entering a postcode in and you've got to do it there and then, you can't do it off that. You've got to navigate off the joystick. It's a little bit, it's like having a keyboard with one finger, you know. We could speed this up a little bit. So we'll come off there, and what I'm going to do is just pick a destination that I put in earlier. Ducati Nottingham. Again, click the button, click the joystick again, and there it is. So I've got my headset paired. One thing with the headset, if you want to turn the volume up, you've got to turn it up on your actual phone. If it's turned down on your headset and it's not turned up on your phone, it would come through quiet. So you've got to do both really. So what we'll do is we'll head off in a direction, and we'll sort of do a wrong turn to see if it corrects itself, and just put a few miles on it and see where we're at. Right, so what I'm going to do is swing a left onto this road here, which is wrong, and I'll see if it redirects us. I'm going to have to take my time today. The roads are pretty slippy. I mean, it's 10 degrees now, but yeah, this morning it was down to about 4, so I've just had to wait for it just to warm up a little bit. So yeah, as you can see, it's corrected me, so you know it seems to be working fine on that side of things. I mean, the information's coming through nice and clear to the headset, and you can see on the screen all the relative information is there. You know, it's kind of nicely set out, to be honest. I mean, you've got your gearing, your RPMs, you've got your speed, your fuel, your air temperature, and obviously your directions. So we're going to swing a right up here, which is the correct way. So I do think the initial problem with this is actually waiting for the Wi-Fi connection, even though everything's paired. What you might find to do is just sort of so we could come out of that. If you have to sort of come off the Ducati app, the Connect app, and then go back on it again and then rejoin. That seems to solve that little issue. I think once you've been in it and you come out of it, you've got to sort of reset the page. See, now it's come up, Ducati Connect, we're good to go. If you go into the app before you connect it to the Ducati, you can actually put the destination in your phone. But one thing I've seen is once you've actually connected to the bike, for instance, if I come out of that, as soon as I've come off the Sygic app, it says, you know, obviously these please check your phone, Ducati Connect may have a connection problem. So you can't go into that and then put the information there. It will automatically go back on, so you have to disconnect that. So that's something you have to do before you set off if you want to do it that way. Okay, right, so let's press on. So I just want to try one other thing, because I know the connectivity's been the problems with these bikes. So I'm just going to sort of switch the engine off and turn it off completely. So as if we were going to be stopping or fueling up or something like that. And then we're just going to give it a minute and start the bike back up again. Okay, once again we're going to go the wrong way. So yeah, there definitely does seem to be some sort of connectivity problem. I mean, you know, I'm pressing the button here to get the directions, and it now it just doesn't want to do it.
turn the bike on and off, go into, there we go, let's see if we can select, come off there, let's go down, get directions. Okay, so that then has just brought it up, but again I shouldn't have to switch the bike on and off, so let's just give it another quick test. So let's give it another quick test. So I'll see if I can come out of this one again. So we're going to close the route, and then I'm going to go into search, put in another address. Okay, so again that's worked. So you know, it's not perfect, it might help you along. To be honest, I think for me personally, I'd probably just use the Google Maps on my phone. I do think it works okay, and it looks great on the screen. I think the issues have been really with what I've heard is the connectivity. Like again, if I go into the heated grips and sort of change something, it's whether it will go back into the. I mean, it's doing it now. I mean, earlier on I did that and it just lost connectivity, and it was just buffering out. I had to close the app down, reopen it, reconnect, and again that's really something that you don't want to be doing whilst you're riding. You know, it's you need to have these things quick to hand. But I think that's the only gripe, and like with all things, it's generally just software issues. So you know, these things can be fixed. I think it's just a case of really getting used to that little joystick and navigating around the screen. When you first go on it, it's a little bit daunting, and you can get a little bit put off straight away. Like I said, if it was been a touch screen, that would have been far better just for entering your destinations in. I mean, I guess your real test will be when you get out into the middle of nowhere, and you know, I think maybe that's where your problems could be, or your problems could occur. Right, so to put it in a nutshell, I don't think I'd be totally reliant on it. I think it's good. I think once the software updates are done, I think this will be a good system. It does just take a little bit of getting used to, that's all. It does look nice on the screen. There is some connectivity issues. When I was testing this earlier, there was a couple of times when I'd put the grips on and I'd come off the main screen, and then the phone wouldn't reconnect, and then I had to sort of reset the phone, swipe it off, and reconnect again, and then it came up again. You've probably already noticed that I've got a TomTom mount there. I mean, for me, I already had the TomTom sat nav rider sat navigation, so I bought this EvaTech Performance bracket there, which I think it just fits in lovely with the bike. If anybody wants to sort of hardwire one of those in, Ducati's done a nice thing where if you remove these sort of 3 screws here, this side panel pops out. There's a little connector under there that's got nav written on it, and basically you can hardwire it into your ignition. So yeah, for me, for now, you know, I'm going to rely on my trustworthy TomTom. I think if you're going to do some off the beaten track trips, then for me this is dead simple. I know a lot of people don't like having another gadget attached to the bike, but if you know, it's easily detachable. I can power it off and it goes off, but yeah, that little lead there will connect in, so on the wiring, so you know, it doesn't. I think personally that just sits kind of nice, and it's connected into the bike. I mean, to be fair, I think if I was just going to go round and about, what I've always done is, you know, I've just used sort of Google Maps, to be fair. So for me, you know, I've got, again, the phone connects so easy, and I think with the quad lock mount, you know, that to me that's just as simple. You know, you just hit that and away you go. So I'm not saying I won't use that. Maybe it's something I just need to get used to. There is that connectivity issue, but I do think that will get ironed out over time. I think the problem is you just get used to like one app or the other, and you know, once you're used to Google Maps or Waze or something like that, it's a shame Ducati don't team up and get the Apple Play system on here. I think that would just nail it then. Maybe that's something will happen in the future. Until now though, that, you know, this is the way I'm going to run my system, and yeah, I'm happy with it, you know. But yeah, as for the Sygic app, then there's room for improvement. So hope you like the video, folks. Hit the likes, hit the subscribes, and we'll see you in the next one.